Hello and welcome back to Under the Covers. I'm Charlie, and unfortunately, Nick is unable to join me this week. The poor little guy had to go to Italy for work, so he's out. And I figured that I would record this episode alone because when I suggested this song, he came back with, and I quote, "I can't figure out which version I hate more." So I made a couple calls and was able to get a special guest. Um, but before I introduce our guest, I'll tell you a little bit about our show and what we do here on Under the Covers. We pick a well known song and then we pick a cover version of this song. We compare and contrast the two, and then at the end, we pick our favorite version. It may not be the best version, and it may not have been our favorite a year ago or a month ago, and you may not agree with us, but it's whatever we think our favorite song is at that moment and that specific time. And today on Under the Covers, we'll be talking about the song Jolene by Dolly Parton and then comparing it to the cover slash reinterpretation by Beyonce.
That's right. We'll be talking about the Queen of Country and Queen Bee.
Hey, that voice you just heard was my special guest for today. She's calling us today from a satellite phone in Nicaragua. Would you like to introduce yourself and also fill us in on what you're doing in Nicaragua?
Hello, this is Eileen of the world famous Eileen Sardines, and thank you for having me on Under the Covers. I'm currently in Nicaragua as there was a once in a lifetime hatch of sardines, and I'm down here with my crew harvesting them. I've never seen so many sardines in one place, and boy oh boy, this is exciting.
Wow. Well, awesome. Thank you so much, Eileen. We appreciate you joining us. Again, Eileen from Eileen Sardines. We're so happy to have you here today in the sport of your company. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. A bit fishy right now, but it's totally worth it.
Nice. Well, since you've joined us today, let's jump right into your sponsorship.
Oh, for sure. Eileen Sardines is super excited to be sponsoring Under the Covers today. I've been a listener since you did your Christmas episode. I bought Santa's Secret Sleigh Ride kit, and boy, let me tell you, that has really spiced up my life, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink.
Whoa, Eileen, you're making me blush over here. Well, we do appreciate all your kind words and support. So I'll go ahead and read your ad copy here. Introducing Eileen Sardines, the savory sensation your taste buds have been craving. Say goodbye to bland and hello to bold flavor with Eileen Sardines. Our premium sardines are packed with a taste guaranteed to make your dishes sing. Open up a can and experience the difference. Make the switch to Eileen Sardines today and taste the difference for yourself. Eileen Sardines. So yeah, thanks again, Eileen. Our house band, the Knights in White Satin Sheets, have written a jingle for the ad, but we'll play that during the interlude instead of our um, normal little interlude when we listen to the songs. So if you don't mind, we'll get back to the song that we talked about, Jolene by Dolly Parton. And it was written and recorded by Dolly Parton and released on the album Jolene in 1973. If you're not familiar with Dolly, she was born in 1946 in Tennessee and has gone on to release 49 studio albums, receive 11 Grammy Awards, and has also been in 8 movies. The Record Industry Association of America has certified 25 of her single or album releases as either gold, platinum, or multi platinum. She has had 26 songs reach number one on the Billboard country charts, which is a record for female artists. She also has 42 career top 10 country albums, which is a record for any artist, and 110 career charted singles over the past 40 years. She's as of 2012, she's written more than 3,000 songs and sold more than 1 million records, making her one of the best-selling female artists of all times. And as of 2021, she has appeared on the country music charts in each of the last 7 decades, the most of any artist.
Wow, those are a lot of accomplishments. Very
Yeah,
impressive.
yeah, very impressive indeed. But this song we're talking about today, Jolene, it's basically the tale of a newly married woman who's worried about a redheaded succubus stealing her man. It tells a story of love, jealousy, and vulnerability, with the narrator pleading with Jolie not to take her man away. The raw emotion in Dolly Parton's voice adds to the depth of the song, making it incredibly powerful and unforgettable. The simplicity of the musical arrangement and lyrics allow listeners to easily connect with feelings of longing and desperation expressed in the song. Um, and interesting fact, it's also Dolly Parton's most covered songs from her career. So, but uh, but Eileen, what do you think of the song Jolene?
Oh, man, let me tell you, Jolene by Dolly Parton, it's like a roller coaster of emotions, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Dolly's voice just grabs you by the heartstrings and takes you on this wild ride of love and jealousy and desperation. Man,
Hmm.
it's like, "Jolene, Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man." And you're just like, "Whoa, Dolly, slow down there. Let's talk about it over another shot, huh?" But seriously, it's a classic, it's timeless, and it hits you right in the feels, you know?
Oh, yeah, I definitely know exactly what you're saying. Um, to me, the character in the song is very meek and powerless. She's literally begging Jolene not to take her man, or she'll be left with nothing. She's extremely dependent on her husband and basically saying that her life would be over if Jolene stole him away. Now, it might just be because I'm a pretty independent person, but my happiness is definitely not dependent on people around me. However, I do want to note that I think I can relate to this song more if I were younger, because I definitely remember a couple relationships that ended and I thought the world was just done, gonna end. And to that point, Dolly did write this song when she was 27, so kind of makes sense. But yeah, it's a great song. It's a classic that Dolly put out there again back in 1973, her most covered song ever. Um, just 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 a great song. But Beyonce decided to cover this song on her 2024 album Cowboy Carter. Um, and I have only listened to this song off that album, but I did read that the album blends diverse musical genres that include hip hop, pop, trap, psychedelic funk, blues, soul, rock and roll, opera, Irish jig, and folk music. So that's pretty interesting, and I'll probably have to give the album a listen because Beyonce is Queen Bee. She knows what she's doing. She's got a great voice. But a little bit about Beyonce. She's a singer, songwriter, businesswoman, actress, philanthropist, producer, executive, and director. So she's got a lot of things going on for her. She's also sold over 200 million records worldwide, and that's not including 60 million with Destiny's Child. She's one of the best-selling music artists of all times. She's won 32 Grammy Awards compared to the what I believe 11 or so that Dolly had won. But she's won them both as a solo artist and a member of Destiny's Child and the Carters with Jay-Z. So that makes her the most honored individual by the Grammys, which is pretty impressive.
Hachi Machi.
Oh, hachi machi indeed. So, in contrast to Dolly's version, Beyonce's cover, again, earlier to my point, I said it was a cover slash reimagination of the song or reinterpretation, because Beyonce's cover changes the overall tone of the song. Basically, Dolly is begging and pleading with Jolene not to steal her man, but Queen Bee, uh, Beyonce, puts her gun up in the air, fires a warning shot, and says, "I can easily understand why you're attracted to my man, but you don't want this smoke, so shoot your shot for someone else." She later says, "I had to have this talk with you because I hate to have to act the fool. Your peace depends on how you move, Jolene." Whew.
Whoa, that's pretty threatening. I don't think I would mess with Queen Bee.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree, Eileen. To be honest, I kind of like the change of the tone. Like I alluded to earlier, Jolene's real seems meek and just powerless. But Beyonce just takes the narrator of the song and just makes her her the powerful one. I understand that the original is a classic, and but I just wish the message was a little less submissive that Dolly put in there. Beyonce also makes the narrator of the song an intimidating person, not an intimidated person like Dolly does. Dolly has the lyric, "I'm begging of you, please don't take my man," where Beyonce sings, "I'm warning you, don't come for my man." Dolly showed lack of confidence with the line, "I cannot compete with you, Jolene." And Beyonce just puffs up her chest and says, "You don't want no heat with me, Jolene." So yeah, I again, I understand. Like I said, Dolly wrote this when she was 27, and back when you're a little younger, uh, relationships can seem like a live or die situation. Um, but this is a cover, but a reimagining as well, in the way she changes the lyrics. However, there are a ton of covers out there that change a lyric or two here and there, either on purpose or by accident. I know we've talked about at least two of them in our episodes that come to mind. "In Bloom" by Nirvana and Sturgill Simpson, and "Blinded by the Light," Bruce Springsteen and Manfred Mann's Earth Band. I'm sure there's others in there I may have missed, but maybe we should give these songs a listen and then come back with our votes.
Yeah, let's give them a listen.
Cool, cool, sounds good. So we aren't able to play the songs due to licensing and copyrights and whatnot. So we'll play the Eileen Sardines jingle by the Knights in White Satin Sheets, and when we come back, we'll give our votes.
Eileen, Eileen, Eileen Sardines. I'm begging you, please open up our cans. Your sardines, oh, they're making a scene. Try Eileen's, you'll be our biggest fans. Eileen, Eileen, Eileen Sardines. Put our sardines on your best cuisine. I'm pleading with you, please try our fish. Eileen Sardines will be your favorite dish. Your old sardines are smelly and they're messing up the air, turning it unclean. Kitchen disaster, it's quite obscene. Oh, Eileen Sardines, put it right on saltine. Eileen Sardines, put it right on saltine. Eileen, Eileen, Eileen Sardines. Put our sardines on your best cuisine. I'm pleading with you, please try our fish. Eileen Sardines will be your favorite dish. You could try tofu or fresh green beans, but those sardines, Eileen, are the bee's knees. So please, for the sake of all that's serene, put our sardines on your cuisine. Eileen, Eileen, Eileen Sardines. Put our sardines on your best cuisine. I'm pleading with you, please try our fish. Eileen Sardines will be your favorite dish. Your sardines will be your favorite dish. Eileen, with you, please try our fish. Eileen Sardines will be your favorite dish. Eileen, Eileen, Eileen Sardines. Oh, Eileen Sardines.
Welcome back. Yeah, those are some good versions. I don't I don't agree with Nick. I do enjoy both versions of that song, so I don't hate either of them by any means. But I think we're gonna go jump right into voting here, since this is a little different and special episode, and I know Eileen being on her satellite phone and everything probably it's probably pretty expensive for her, along with all the money she paid us already. So So I'll let Eileen go first. So what do you think?
Oh man, that's a tough one, buddy. Like Dolly's original Jolene, it's got that classic twang. It's like sipping on moonshine under the stars. But then Beyonce's cover, whoa, it's like a whole nother level of sass and power, like a shot of tequila with a lime twist. I can't pick just one, man. They're both legendary in their own right. Let's just say I'll take them both on my playlist any day. Cheers.
Nice, nice, nice. Well, cheers to you as well. I hope you're enjoying some local beverages down there in Nicaragua and staying safe. I know there's a lot of sardines hatching, so can get a little dangerous depending on the crowd that's around and how many other of your competitors might be down there. But yeah, appreciate it. So again, I guess so we're not getting a vote from Eileen, which I understand. You're not required to, but I don't have a gong of indecision. Um, so I guess I'll just leave it right there. But I do appreciate the feedback. Um, so I guess I'll get to my vote, and in my opinion, there are positives and negatives to both songs. I like how Beyonce gives the narrator the power in her version compared to the meekness of the narrator in Dolly's version. I also like Beyonce's vocal delivery. She's got a beautiful voice. The production quality is obviously great, but Dolly is the queen of country. The instrumentation, vocal performance, and just the sheer number of artists that Dolly has inspired is too much for Queen Bee to overcome. They're both queens in their own right, and they can rule their own musical queendoms. But Dolly gets my vote here. So the gong has rung and the decision has been made. Um, yeah, that was fun. Appreciate you jumping on the call, Eileen. It's too bad you couldn't do a video chat, but I understand being down there. It's a little tougher to get signals, but we miss you, Nick. Can't wait for you to get back from Italy so we can record together again. But thanks again, Eileen.
Mm. Of course, thank you again for having me on the podcast, and I hope you enjoy your supply of Eileen's sardines.
Ooh,
I'll have some shipped directly to you from Nicaragua.
ooh,
It was a
nice.
pleasure joining you today, and I can't wait for more episodes. Please tell Nick that I say hi, and I'm sorry that he wasn't able to join this episode.
Yeah, yeah, we'll do. I'll definitely let him know. Again, thank you, Eileen, and thank you, Eileen Sardines, for sponsoring us. Thank you to all of our listeners out there. We appreciate your continued support and feedback. Let us know which version you liked better, Beyonce or Dolly Parton. Or if you like a different cover. Again, there's hundreds of covers of this song out there. I know a few that I like are the Miley Cyrus one. It's really, really good. Lil Nas X has a good cover of it as well. The White Stripes is a fun one. Little um, genre change there as well. Um, but uh, but yeah, again, if you like our show, please tell a friend, leave us a review, and subscribe to the show. Um, Thanks again for everybody. Thanks, Eileen. Miss you, Nick. See y'all next time. Love you.